Manipulation typically happens through one particular means, and that is guilt. Person A wants person B to do something they don't want to do, so they make them feel bad. I thought you were my friend. I thought I could count on you. All of this stuff. And the problem is a lot of people before age 4 develop patterns that they continue using when they're an adult. A good friend of mine, his live-in girlfriend is a very nice woman, but sometime before age 4, she figured out when she wasn't getting her way, all she had to do was throw a temper tantrum, and she'd get whatever she wanted. And now she's 38 and still doing it. And so guys do the same things. We build all kinds of programs before we're adults, and if we keep using them, it's very, very counterproductive. The problem is this is a very widespread one. Lots of people make other people feel bad to get their way. And some people can't deal with the guilt and they cave in. So person A wants person B to do something. They don't want to do it. So person A makes them feel bad, and person B piles guilt on person A. Oh, why would you even ask me if you're my friend? That's not fair. And it goes back and forth, piling different amounts of guilt on each other. One person finally caves in under the load and goes, oh, okay, I'll do it then. And the other one got them by piling more guilt on than they could handle. Now this works, but it's terrible communication, because you should do or not do something based on whether or not you want to, not based on how bad somebody else can make you feel, right? So I'll give you a 3-step method you're going to love, because it's so easy to do. It will overcome any guilt, any manipulation. You can use it with people at your door trying to sell you stuff, telemarketers, religious fanatics, all manners of people. It works against them, all variety of people immediately. So let's get an example first to show you how it undoes it. Let's create a stupid example that would never happen, and I know it wouldn't, but it illustrates the point. Let's say you've got a neighbor you hardly know, and about once a summer you wind up cutting the grass for this guy, just as a favor, and you barely know him, and he always waits till it's 1.5 feet long, and then you're out there cutting it for him, and you go, how did I get roped into this again? So you see his grass is growing, and he hasn't cut it, and then one day he comes trudging over, and you're sitting out your place having a beer, and you see him, and you go, oh no, here he goes. So you're psyching yourself up to resist him, and he says, hey, what are you doing today? So you go to guilt right away. I'm just enjoying my day off. In other words, the message is, leave me alone. I don't want to have to cut your grass. And he says, well, look, I have to go to the airport to pick up my invalid grandmother. Could you cut the grass for me? Oh, she's an invalid. You know, she's going to be lost and confused at the airport if he doesn't pick her up. And it's your fault because you won't cut his grass. And you say, well, can't you do it yourself? I promised my spouse we'd have family enrichment day. Interpret as you wish. And he says, well, you've always done it in the past. And you say, I know, but you know, my marriage, this and this. And he says, well, I would cut the grass myself if I could, but the doctor says I got to watch out for my heart. Oh, who cares about your marriage? He could be lying on the lawnmower burning precious fossil fuels, and he's twitching, having a massive cardiac arrest because of you. And so you say, okay, I'll do it. You got nothing bigger to go to, like the fate of the galaxy. So I'll cut your stupid grass. And he smirks at you because he got you again. And he throws you the keys to his garage where the lawnmower is kept and says, this time clean it and gas it up when you're done. Justifiable homicide. With the right judge and lawyer, you could get off with that. So here's how you deal with it. 3 simple, stupid example, but it works. 3 steps. Whatever the person says, no matter what it is, agree with them. It is impossible to fight with somebody who agrees with everything you say. Offer 0 resistance. It's not like, you know, the person throws a punch and you're going to be aggressive and you're banging it, come in, Muay Thai angle kick. No, you're going to sweep it to the side, throw them through the air. It's like a verbal Aikido. I used to say verbal judo, but it sounds like gerbil voodoo, and it's a weird image. So, first thing you're going to do is agree with everything he says. Second thing you're going to do is state your purpose. Tell him what you want in no uncertain terms. And the third one is repeat as needed. So it's really just 2 things. Whatever he says, agree with him and tell him what you want over and over and over. So this can be number 1 and this number 2, or this number 1 and this number 2. You're just going to keep doing this. Here's how it plays out in the real world. So he's there, comes walking over to your place. He says, hey, what are you doing? He says, I'm just enjoying my day off. I wonder if you can cut the grass for me. So you see an opportunity to state your purpose. You say, no, I'm going to lie here in this chair and drink beer all afternoon. Oh, well, you've always done it in the past. Agree with him. You're right, I have, haven't I? But I'm going to lie here in this chair and drink a lot of beer today. Well, I thought I could count on you. You can count on me. But I'm not going to be moving until all the beer's gone. Well, there's no one else I can ask. I can see that's a problem. And I'm going to be sitting in this chair thinking about it while I drink a lot of beer. I thought we were friends. We are friends. And when the beer's gone, I'm going to start on the scotch later on in the day. Agree with whatever the person says. Now, what will happen is he will do a trans-derivational search. He'll try to make sense of this. He'll stop and he'll go through all his eye patterns and he'll hear you for the first time. He'll say, oh, you can't cut the grass today. No, I can't. I'm going to be lying here drinking a lot. Oh, okay. He'll cut the grass and there'll be no issue between the two of you. You have drained all of his aggression by diffusing it, by agreeing with it. No resistance. When I found out about this, I was just empowered beyond belief. I started using it constantly. I was the kind of guy, I'd buy a coat or something, get it home and it's stitched badly, take it back to the store and say, oh, it's made badly. Sorry, we don't give refunds. Oh, okay, throw it in the Salvation Army box, you know. Take the loss. Not anymore. I get refunds now where they don't give refunds. I'm sorry, we don't give refunds. I'm sure you don't, but I'd like a full refund. Well, I'm not authorized to give you one. No, you probably aren't, but someone is, and I want a full refund. Unbelievable. And they break down and they give up real quick. So when I found out about it, one of the rules is I recommend you use this on something real tough, just to show yourself how effortless it is. You don't have to get psyched up. You don't even have to listen to them. You just keep doing it without even paying attention. Do it on the phone. So in our neighborhood, we have the only oil furnace on our street when we moved into the house. Everybody else had natural gas. My wife has this skewed view of science. Go gas, go boom. Your house will blow up. You just don't know when. A hand of God will turn a dial that will begin ticking down to the moment of explosion. All you know for sure is you'll be in the house when it goes off, and you'll either be killed or severely burned and go on the talk show circuit as to how you've learned to deal with this new disability. She got it all figured out. I said, honey, they put mercaptan in it. You can smell it 1 part per trillion. You need 18% oxygen. She said, yeah, Dr. Science, not interested. I want oil. I said, okay, babe, you can have whatever you want. So we get a high-efficiency oil furnace, which means it burns more oil even faster. So the day after the oil furnace is installed, phone rings. Hello, is that Mike Mandel? Yes. We're Liquidflame. We're the oil company for your area. You've got a new furnace. How do you know? Oh, we have black helicopters hovering in your neighborhood watching for furnaces. That's what they are. He said, we want to be your oil company of choice. We'll give you a quarter-cent a liter off the competitor's best price and 6 leaded crystal wine glasses. I become Homer Simpson, must have glasses. You know, I don't do the math. It's like you save $5 every 200 years. So he says, okay, so Liquidflame starts delivering oil to our house. And they forget to give us the glasses. And 6 months passes. And SO Home Comfort Phone said, we want to lure you away from evil Liquidflame and be your oil company of choice. We'll give you $0.5 a liter off their best price. And you don't even have to do the contract. We do it now. Just say yes and we'll do all the paperwork. I said, yes, rescue me from evil Liquidflame. So SO starts delivering the oil for a whole year. And I find out about this. And I realize I haven't been with Liquidflame for a year. And 6 months prior to that, they promised me these glasses I never got. I haven't even been their customer for a year. I said to my wife, I'm going to phone them up. I'm going to use this and get the glasses. She said, you're insane. I said, possibly. We're about to find out. I said, phone up, Liquidflame. Yeah, so I'm Mike Mandel, give him the address. He said, you're not in the system. I said, no, I'm not a customer. He said, oh, you want to be a customer? I said, no, I'm not remotely interested. But a year and a half ago, you promised me a quarter-cent a liter off the competitor's best price, which you did deliver, and 6 leaded crystal wine glasses. You did not deliver, and I want the glasses. He bursts out laughing on the phone. He said, sir, that's a very old promotional item. I said, I'm sure it is, but I still want the glasses. He said, well, we don't have them sitting around in boxes, you know. I said, no, that would be extremely inconvenient, but I still want the glasses. He said, sir, I'm not authorized to give them to you, even if I find them. I said, no, I agree, that's probably true, but someone is authorized, and I still want the glasses. He said, sir, you're not even our customer anymore. We're not legally or morally bound to give you anything. I said, that's true, you're not. But I still want the glasses. He goes silent on the phone. I know he's zoned out doing his trans-derivational search. He says, oh, you want the glasses? Bingo! Yes, I do. Yes, I want the glasses. He says, I'll see what I can do. I said, I'm sure you will. And I still want the glasses. I hung up. My wife says, what happens now? I said, now, honey, we wait. Less than 24 hours later, it was a Thursday afternoon, Pearl later arrives, drops the box off, and drives away. She said, you ordered something. I said, I have not. You must have. You've forgotten. Rip this box open. It's from this high-end store in Toronto, Bowerings. Inside 6 leaded crystal Czechoslovakian wine glasses and a note from your friends at Liquidflame. They have gone to the frickin' store, bought the glasses, and sent them by overnight courier just because I did this. People say, is it that easy? Yes. I don't have to get psyched up? No. I don't have to get mad? Not at all. How many times do you do it? Until you get what you want. Well, what if he says something? Then say it again. Well, what if he says something else? Say it again. How will I know if it works? When you get what you want. What if I don't get what I want? Say it again.